Hi guys, here we are going to discuss theory of supply with subtopic change in quantity supply versus change in supply and determinants of supply. Now we want to discuss the difference between change in quantity supply and change in supply. Change in supply refers to a movement along the same supply curve due to change in the goods own price, ceteris paribus. There is an upward or downward movement along the supply curve. Meanwhile, change in supply refers to the shift of the entire supply curve due to change in other factors such as price of input, cost of production, and etc. The price itself remains unchanged. The supply curve will shift either to the left or to the right. In explaining theory of supply, we need to know what are the determinants of supply. Here we have a few determinants, namely as price of other goods, cost of production, government policies, number of supplier, technological change, and expected of future prices. Firstly, we discuss the price of other goods. We take an example of price of related good, that is mutton and beef. When more of good is produced, less of other good is produced. Increase in price of mutton from PO to P1 causes producer to produce more mutton and therefore less beef. As a result, there is an increase in quantity supply of mutton from QO to Q1, and there is decrease in supply of beef. So the supply curve shifts to the left from S1 to S2. Next is cost of production. A rise in production cost will reduce profit and lead some firms to cut back on output, therefore supply will fall. Supply curve will shift to the left from S1 to S3. A decrease in production cost will increase profit and lead many firms to join in the market. So supply increase, supply curve will shift to the right from S1 to S2. Government policies also play a role for producer in supplying goods. A rise in indirect tax reduces profit and will increase cost of production. A shift of supply curve to the left by the full amount of the tax, showing that supply fall. Subsidy has exactly the opposite effect. It helps producer to produce more of good. A shift of supply curve to the right by full amount of subsidy to show that supply increase. Next determinant is number of supplier. More supplier means more output can be produced in the market. Supply increase and supply curve shift to the right. If less supplier means less output in the market, supply fall and supply curve shift to the left. Technological change also important for producer in supplying goods. If there is an increase in technology, a supply of goods also increase. Therefore, supply curve shift rightward. When technology become obsolete, supply of goods will decrease and supply curve shift leftward. Last one is expected of future prices. As producer will adjust their current supply based on their prediction of future prices. If producer anticipate higher future prices, they may reduce current supply to benefit from the anticipated higher gains. Conversely, if they expect lower future prices, they may increase current supply. Thank you and good luck everyone.